Hello folks, welcome back to another game of Marvel Champions here. This is attempt 2 of Magneto versus Thanos. So I've made no major amendments to Thanos' deck here. It's exactly as per the encounter card, or the scheme card has. So we have Thanos 1, 2, we're going standard, the Infinity Gauntlet is in play, and then the two modulars are Black Order and Children of Thanos. So that's all good. We've already got the when revealed out, so we've put the top card of the Infinity deck, or Infinity Stone deck, into play. Here you go, it's the Space Stone. And then we have Sanctuary out, and I will just shuffle both those for the sake of that now. And I think we're fairly good to go. I'll just do my mulligan here now, and I really want to get rid of this. I know that much. So I know that combined Cyclops and Magneto can get rid of this, so Thanos can take damage, and then we might be able to jump in with the metal shards. But as of now, the Death Focus... do I keep Death Focus? I think I'll get rid of Death Focus and the Wrapped in Metal. They're not immediately useful to me, so keeping the other two, I'll get rid of those. Or the other four, I should say. I'll get rid of those two. And with that done, what do we have? We have the bubble and we have Kid Omega. So that's interesting. So with that, let's begin turn one. I'm going to flip over to the Magneto side. And I may use the pull now. So let's see what we pull. So that's the power here. Discard card. Ooh, oh. I like that. But can I play it? I can't. I don't think so. So we know we have to get Cyclops out, so I may just use these. Well, actually, Kid Omega is cheaper and does the same. So if I play Genius, if I use Genius to play Kid Omega, and then I have these three maybe, then I have two left, so I could hold on to that until the end of the turn. So I'd be using Magnetic Bubble and Master of Magnetism for metal shards. Oh, I could have probably kept onto the Death Focus in this instance. Didn't think that through probably. But we're okay. Let's go with what we have, I suppose. You know what? Let's not. Let's use Cyclops. Let's use these three to play for Cyclops. And then I'll use Kid Omega and Genius to play for metal shards, if only to get the extra boost off metal shards, so we're doing an additional one. Then I could effectively get rid of this rather than holding it for the next turn. I'll pull two from him. Anyway, I'm overthinking it. Let's go with the plan. Magnetic Bubble and Master of Magnetism are bringing out Cyclops. When Cyclops enters play, the response here, until the end of the... or choose an enemy, and then he'll take an additional damage for each attack. Now, we're going to threat off this. Excellent. So this is discarded. I'm thinking of maybe discarding metal shards. I know that'll do 7 in the next turn, but that's 7 for an effective cost of 4. Whereas if I discard this physical now, that's 2. I think that might be maybe more stable. No, I won't. I won't do that. We'll just get rid of this. I won't bother with the when defeated. So that goes into the victory pile. Then I'm going to use Genius and Kid Omega to play Metal Shards, which is going to deal 7 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. With Cyclops' boost here, because this is an attack, we do an additional 1. And he should also get a thing for thwarting. We didn't defeat, so that doesn't come in. And I think we're okay. I'm gonna go to the next stage. Next phase even. One goes on to this. He is going to attack me. I'm going to put Cyclops in front of that. So that's 1, 2, 3. He's hitting 4. 4, 5. That does defeat Cyclops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Done. Done. And then this kicks off. Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a minion is discarded. Put that minion into play engaged with you and place this card in the Infinity Stones deck discard pile. So yeah, discard cards until we find a minion and it comes into play. 1, I don't know what's going on. That shouldn't have done that. I didn't see anything. I'm not doing 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Where are the minions? 15, 16. Here we go. Carving Slave comes into play. Now, I don't think he gets his toughness, right? Because that is... that's when revealed, right? Let me just double check that for the moment, right? So bear with me for a second, because I know I've made this mistake before. So let's just check that. I'm going to pause just while I check it.
A few moments later.
All right, I think we're back here, guys. Apologies for that delay. So I'm wrong. He does keep the toughness. Looking at toughness here in the rules reference page, when a character with toughness enters play, place a tough status card on it. So that is fine. I will do that just to make sure. No. So he comes into play. That's the Infinity Stone done. So that's gone. Now, because he's in play and we haven't really exited the activation stage, he's going to activate against me for 2 damage, which is fine. And then we get our bad card. So the bad card in this instance is going to be another one. Okay, we should have expected that, to be fair, after going through most of the deck. So we got Proxima Midnight out. She gains Piercing. Now, it is now turn 2. Well, I've definitely got to use Metal Shards. Who is the most dangerous here? I think Proxima is probably the most dangerous with her basically attacking for 3. I could probably weather a thing here. But with that in mind, let's discard for our Magnetic Pull. First one is the Cape. Interesting. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't really afford anything but the Metal Shards. So maybe the play is hitting hitting Thanos, maybe getting down 2. Then we'll Metal Shards Proxima. Then there's very little else that I can do. I mean, if we use these 3 to pay for that, do I have any other? I could pay. I could use Make the Call to bring Kid Omega in. So maybe that's the play here. Right, so I go Make the Call, which is pay the printed cost of an ally in any player's discard pile to put that ally into play under your control. I'm going to use the Power of Leadership, which doubles the number of resource this card generates when paying for a leadership card. So, looking at that, I'm going to use these to bring Kid Omega into play. Right, so I think that's correct. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's viable in this instance. So doing that, what do I do next? Well, I suppose we're going to go 1. That goes to the discard pile, 2 or 3, and then we're using this to deal 7 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That defeats Proxima. That's going to get me a tough. Now, I don't really want to be affected by the Retaliate. So maybe we just do 2 damage to Thanos. Alright, so we've got 2 and 2. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, he does have Retaliate. I'm just trying to hold on to the tough for now. So, yeah, with that, let's go to the next phase. Part 1 goes on to this. He's now going to attack me. I'm just going to let the tough absorb that. In which case, he's hitting for 1, 2, 3. And then this is... discard the top card of the Infinity Stone deck and apply its boost icons for the activation. So, that's alright. What is the boost? So 1, 2, 3, 4. So he hits me 4. That's absorbed by the tough. And I think we're good there. Then this comes out after his activation to just sit there until his next activation. This guy's going to hit me for 2. I'm tempted just to take that. I think that's okay. What do we have coming up for the next turn? we could get rid of him with M, so maybe that's the play. I'll let him hit me for 2. So 1, 2. And then I get a bad card. The bad card is going to be, of course, it's Shadows of the Past. Alright. So we get Exodus coming into play with his Martyr for Mutants. And then these 3 are getting shuffled into the encounter deck. So that is bad. That is bad. So Shadows of the Past is dealt with, and now we're here. Now, if this guy is the bigger threat with the villainous, I think. So let's go to the hero phase number 3 first. I'm going to attack for 2 to get rid of the toughness. Then Kid Omega is going to attack for another 2, bringing him down to 4. Now that has to be less than, not less than or equal to. Yeah. So maybe. Maybe the play was hitting him. Yeah. Let me reverse that. So I hit him, getting rid of the tough, taking a damage for the retaliate. He's going to hit for a further 2, getting another damage for that. So that's fine. I'm then going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to bring M into play. After M enters play, defeat a minion with fewer remaining hit points than M. That's going to be Corvus Slave out of play. Now we still have Exodus, which is a pain. But I am tempted to flip down, maybe. See what we can do. I think we'll go 2 to clear this. Right, and then I'm going to flip down. And flipping down, I'm going to put the last 3 cards back in. Shuffle. With the Survivor ability here. And we'll go to the next phase. So with that done, 1 goes on to this. He's going to scheme with a thing here. So he's hitting for 2. Plus another 1. 1, 2, 3. Plus this 4. That's fine. Then this goes off. I'm stunned. If you were already stunned, take 3 damage. So I will take a stun there. And this is discarded. And then he's going to scheme on it. With now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, done. And then our bad card is, what are the odds it's advance? It's not. It's Frenzy. Comes in with Quick Strike. We've avoided the Quick Strike, so that's fine. Let's go to the next turn. So I'm going to recover for 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's not bad. I'm going to flip over. I am going to discard cards for the magnetic pull, looking for a magnetic. There we go. Nice. Now, we're obviously going to wrap in metal. More than likely, Frenzy. If I wrap, she's not I think that Frenzy is a lady. If I'm wrong, correct me. So I'm going to use Strength to wrap in metal Frenzy. I'm going to use M to, maybe not actually. This costs 1, doesn't it? So we don't have to worry about you for now. I could bring White Queen out. That does cost 3 though. Maybe this is the play. We use one of these to do that, and then we can scheme this out as well. So, but yeah, that's problematic. Like, that's going off. I mean, we're so exposed on that. So what we will do is I'm going to use M to do 3 damage, which is going to get rid of this. I'm going to use White Queen to play a magnetic missile, discard a minion with wrapped in metal attached, deal 5 damage to an enemy, and stun it. So that is going to be 5 damage to you and a stun, but obviously you have steady, so that doesn't do anything else really. We can then use these 2 to play electromagnetic blast, remove 3 from a scheme. I'll remove it from this, knowing that this is very close to going off. And hang on 1 second, guys. Let me just come back to you in a moment. And we're back. Apologies for the break there. So where were we? So he's still there with 1. He's still going to attack me. Yeah, look, we're just going to move on, see what happens. Let's go to the next phase. Part 1. 1 goes on to this. He's going to attack me. I think Emma's going to weather this hit for us. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That defeats M. Then we pull the next card here, which is the Reality Stone. Discard an ally, upgrade, or support you control, and then, right. Okay. So that's done. He's now going to attack me for 2, and he gets an additional card. Do I defend? I've got very little else that I can do. I think we'll weather this and try to take him down in the next turn. Oh, I forgot about this as well. That would have been an extra one onto what's her name? M. So yeah. So he's hitting for effectively 3 plus another 3. That's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Done. And then the next card is Deviant Syndrome. Insight 1. And then give Thanos a tough status card. So that's fine. That's not the worst thing that could have happened. And then we are into turn 5. I'm going to punch. I can't punch him because I am stunned. Oh no. But maybe I'll thwart for 2 off of the main scheme. Then I'm going to use 1, 2, 3. Maybe not actually. Let's not use those. If I use Master of Magnetism to bring Triage into play, that will heal me. So maybe that's the play. To bring Triage in. Then I'll use a Danger Room training to play a Danger Room training. Her response after Triage enters play, heal 2 damage from an next one. I will do that to myself. Then I'm going to punch for 2 onto Exodus, getting rid of Exodus. And now I've got 4. Oh. What do I do? I think like we're going to have to sacrifice Triage anyway, even though this will be going off, but maybe we'll use the thing first. So let's see how we go. Part 1. 1 goes on to this. He's going to attack. We're going to put Triage in front of it. He is attacking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. So that does defeat Triage. This then goes off. Discard an ally, upgrade, or support you control. We have none in play. So that's done. Does that have to stay in play? Do I have to do it first before it does? Because I'm not sure. I'm gonna roll with not doing it or just getting lucky there. Maybe wrong in that instance. So with that, we haven't run out of that yet. That's okay. The bad card we have is Thanos' helmet. Okay. So he now has Retaliate, and I have to attack him with basic attack, and then spend a mental and a physical to get rid of that. Cool. So, what do I do next? So I suppose with that we'll just go to turn number 6. I could. Well, let's use the magnetic pull first. Do we have anything left to go? Magnetic pull, electromagnetic blast. That does change what I want to do. So, if I use Phoenix and Beast to play electromagnetic blast, I'll remove 3 threat from a scheme. 1, 2, 3. If this removes the last threat from that scheme, you may discard an attachment with the text hero action. So that will get rid of this. This is gone. I have to discard the top 9 cards of my deck. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. So that's done. Now this would shuffle in first, I think. That's gone. This then goes. And with that, have I missed anything there? I don't think so. I don't think I've missed any other elements. Oh shoot, I should have done make the call first to get one of the other guys in play. Well, this guy's hard enough. So let's say I did that. hopefully you guys will be okay with me saying I'm going to make the call using these two to get Kid Omega into play from before I did the shuffle. So I am cheating. I do realize that. But like I said, Thanos is hard enough already. And let's close this. So with that then, these three would have been in my deck then, and shuffle that. Okay? Hopefully that's correcting it. I know that's cheating an awful lot, so I'm okay with that. So I'm going to do 2 here, and Kid Omega is going to do 2 from the main. Hopefully now we can survive another turn. Will it be worth flipping down? He's going to scheme for 2. Yeah, I think I'll flip down. I'm going to flip down, and I'm going to put top 3. Well, we've only got 1 in there, so shuffle. And then we'll go to villain phase. 1 goes onto this. Because I decked, I should have gotten a bad card. That was the thing I missed. He's going to scheme. He's scheming for 1, 2, 3. Give this enemy 1 additional boost card. Well, 1, 2, 3. Discard the top 4 cards of your deck. 1, 2, 3, 4. God, I wanted those cards. So that's probably what I get for cheating. Let's 1, 2, 3. That's fine. 1, 2, 3. Done. And then we get the we get out our next stone, and then I get 2 bad cards. Oh, it's goes so badly. First card, 1. It gains surge. All right. We've decked out, so we have to then put an acceleration on here. Let me just double check that's correct. Yep, we have decked out there. So the surge card is Old Grievances. All right. So I have to exhaust to do this. And then the next card is Angry Acolyte. Each Acolyte minion engaged with the player activates against that player. If no minion activated this way, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until an Acolyte minion is discarded and reveal that minion. Right. Let's look at these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Acolyte. Frenzy again. Frenzy comes in quick strike. Obviously, I'm not in the hero phase, so the quick strike does not go off. We lucked out there on that to some extent, so that's all right. What am I going to do? I think I'm going to exhaust to deal with Old Grievances. So exhaust Eric to discard that. Fine. Now, it does have to be Professor X, doesn't it, to try and get this guy down. So maybe what I'll do is I'll use Kid Omega to pull 2 off of this. And then we pull Professor X, maybe can we do any shenanigans there? Not really. Oh, and Kid Omega would be gone. He's going to buy us a turn though, so maybe we'll flip over. I'll use the magnetic pull. There we go, wrapped in metal. Oh, that changes what I want to do. So I'll go Master of Magnetism to do a wrapped in metal now. So this person is now dealt with effectively. And I think I'll use these 3, 1, 2, 3, to play Professor X. X gon' give it to you. Which will, after Professor X enters play, choose 1, confuse the villain. No point in doing that. So I'll ready an X-Men. I'll ready myself. Professor X will threat for 3. 1, 2, 3. Do I attack? If I attack for 2, get rid of the stun, and then we could hit him with the magnetic missile next turn. I think I'll do that. Oh, I can't. So I'll just threat off for 2. Because I'm stunned still. So let's go to the next phase. Oh, forgot to do that. So part 1. 2 goes on this. He's going to attack me. Professor X is going to take that one. He's attacking for 1, 2, 3. Discard the top card of the Infinity Stone deck. And in this case, it will be this, which is going to give him a boost. I'm unclear if the boost would activate now, but I'd assume it would because we're still boosting. So hopefully I'm right in this judgment call here. So he's hitting for 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that does defeat Professor X. So that's gone, that's gone, that's gone. They'd be shuffled into their own deck again. Then this goes off. Discard the top 4 cards of my deck and place 1 threat on the main scheme for each different card type. So we have Upgrade, Ally, Upgrade, and Event. So that's 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that was right. And then that's gone. And then we get our bad card. The bad card in this case is Black Dwarf. Lovely. I'm not getting hold back on this one. It's awful. Right. So let's go to turn 8 hero phase. If I hit him for 2, then I can use this to essentially get rid of him, and then I could maybe use the electromagnetic blast to pull that down, and then we could probably go down. I don't know if we're making progress, so let's try this. Deft focus for this, which is going to be discard a minion with this attached. That does 5 damage to him and stuns him. I can't attack, so I'll pull 2 from this, and then I'll use these 2. Maybe I'll use Mirage actually. If I bring Mirage out, that will do the additional damage here, and we have a blocker in place, so maybe that's the play. I'll go 1, 2. Oh no, I can't do that. She costs 3. So I'll use the electromagnetic blast, which in this case will be 3 threat from the main. All right, I am not going to survive an attack, so I'll scooch down. We'll go 1, 2, 3. Shuffle those back in. And we'll go to the villain phase. Turn 8's villain phase. 2 goes onto this. He would scheme. The scheme is probably going to blow, I'd say. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to scheme for an additional 1. And then... oh, I have to put out the card as well. What was it? Like, I'm really losing out on this one. I don't think we're going to get past this, but we'll see how we go. So with that done, then to get a bad card. The bad card in this case is going to be Supergiant. Quick Strike. She comes in. That doesn't matter. After she attacks, the character's stunned. Fine. So with that done, let's go to the hero phase. I will recover for 3. I want to flip over. I'm going to use Strength to get my cape into play. Then I'm going to do a magnetic pull. There we go. This. Now, I could use the call to bring in... oh, yeah. Exhaust is already up. With me readying up, I think I'll throw 2 off the main. I'll use Make the Call with these 2 to bring in M. M comes into play. When she comes into play, defeat a minion with fewer remaining hit points than M. That's going to be you. And then you might as well punch him for, punch Supergiant for 3. Now, can I do anything else here? I exhausted Magneto to threat. I did, didn't I? Yeah. I can't do much else. I do have to weather some hits here, which sucks. But we'll see how we go. Let's move on to the next phase. 2 goes on to this. He's going to attack me. I may just... I'll take it, I think. I know it's going to be a big hit, but let's see what happens. 1, 2, 3. I had to get the top card. Oh, this could kill me. Top card is 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hitting me for 6. I've defended for 2, so that's 4 damage. Right. Let's get rid of these. That's that part done. Then this. Heal 3 damage from the villain. Give it a face down boost card. That's done. and place this card in the discard. Done. Now she's going to hit me for 2. I think I'll just take it. And I'm stunned. I'm already stunned, which is fine. And then we get a bad card, which will be in this case. Oh, Deviant Syndrome, of course it was. 1. Give Thanos a tough status card. So I can't. So place 2 on the main scheme. Well, this would have gone from the Insight. So let's go to the next scheme first. We shuffle all these back in. And then I have to remove 33, and it's rounding down, isn't it? Rounded down, so that would be 16. I have to remove 16 cards from my deck. And now we are flipping this over. Yeah, okay. I'm going to put the 2 from his one revealed here because we couldn't give him a tough, and that's done. Now, how do I want to deal with this? Oh, I'm stuck, like, really. But let's do magnetic pull. Let's see. There we go. That exhausts to ready me up. Now, does that change what I want to do? I could go Master of Magnetism to bring Utopia into play. She's going to attack for 3. That will effectively kill Supergiant. I could then attack to get rid of my stunned. And then I could bring Cyclops in, which will ready me. And then, of course, Cyclops' thing is going to pick Thanos, meaning he'll take an extra 1 point per damage. Is it worth doing? So I'll attack to get rid of the tough, and then Cyclops will attack to do 3 damage. I think that's really all I can do. So let's go to the next phase. Before I go to the next phase, actually, I'll flip down. I didn't. Did I flip up that turn? Yeah, I didn't flip up that. That's fine. So I'm going to flip down. I'm going to put these 3 guys back in. And then we'll end the turn. So with that done, 2 goes onto this. He's going to scheme on it for potentially a game-ending number. 1, 2. Discard 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Oh, sorry. 1, 2. If damage, it's not an attack, so he only boosts for 2. All right, I can take that. And then we put an Infinity Stone into play, which is this. And then I get a bad card. The bad card I get is Advance. Of course it is. Of course it's Advance. So he's doing 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 on that. This then goes off. Discard an ally, upgrade, or support you control. That's going to be Cyclops. And this is gone. I think we're good there. Let's go to the hero phase. I'll recover for 3. I'm going to flip over. I'm going to look at my cards. I'm going to discard for a magnetic. 1, 2, magnetic. Excellent. That readies me up. Now, what do I want to do? I could do a make the call, pull Professor X back in. That's getting me ready. Right. So she can hit for 3, effectively bringing him down by another thing. We get Professor X into play. So let's do that maybe. 1, 2, 3. She's going to hit him. That does defeat her. That's all right. If I attack for a further 2, or maybe threat it down, because we know that's going to be up to 11. I'll threat down. No, I'll attack for 1. And that will put him into the next stage. Right, when he comes in and he gets his helmet. Okay. That's fine. Now, I'm going to make the call and use an energy and a danger room to have a look for. I think we have Professor X. We didn't play him yet, did we? Oh, we did. So I could pull Cyclops for that. Yeah, we'll pull Cyclops. All right, which is done. Then, exhaust this to ready up. So I could do 2, 2, and then we could maybe bring, yeah. So I'll go 2 to get that down, 2 to get this down, and then I'll go 1, 2, 3 to bring a white queen into play. Discard a status card from a character. That'll discard this from him, and you can do another 2 off of the main scheme, because I don't want to be too affected by the helmet just yet. And with that, let's go to the next phase. It's part 1. 2 goes onto this. He's going to attack me, but Cyclops will take that. The attack is going to be 3, 4. Discard an ally or support you control. Well, that's fantastic. It'll probably be white. Well, we have to deal with this first and then do the boost. So 1, 2, 3. So that's 3 on Cyclops. That defeats him. And then the boost, which will be discard. I'll discard White Queen, I think, to deal with that. And then one of the Infinity Stones come out. And then we get a bad card, as if that couldn't have been any worse. Avatar of Death. When revealed, Thanos attacks you, and it gains overkill and piercing. So he's going to attack me. I have to defend. So in this case, he's attacking for 1, 2, 3, 4. He hits me for 4. I defend for 2. I take 2 damage. So, and then this goes off. I'm going to be confused. If you were already confused, discard 1 card from here. So that's fine. And with that, let's go to the next hero phase. Now, I'm going to use the pull, see if we've got a magnetic card. We do. Excellent. That exhausts to ready me up. Now, I've got to play metal shards. Like that's kind of absolutely what's got to happen. But if I use these 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, to bring Beast into play, that will pull that back and maybe allow me to do a bit more. So, I am getting retaliated though, which is absolutely awful. If I attack him and get rid of a mental and a physical, that will get rid of this, but maybe not the best idea. So I'll thwart to get rid of my confuse. Then I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4 to bring Beast into play. That will ready me up with Utopia. I'll take 2 off of the main. Beast will attack for 2 and take a retaliate. Oh, and Beast would have pulled back my Master of Magnetism. Hope you don't mind me retro doing that. Then I'll go these 3 to play metal shards, which will do 7 damage, which will also do a retaliate to me. Then I'm going to flip down, and I'll put 3 cards back into my deck. And with that, we'll go to the next phase. 2 goes onto this. He's going to scheme. I've decked out, so I'm going to grab a bad card from myself. Thanos will scheme for 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then this, discard an ally or upgrade you control. What will I get rid of? I like readying, but we're not going to be playing anything here. So I'll get rid of Utopia, I think. Which is that part done. And then I get a second bad card. Oh, and I'll have to put out an Infinity Stone as well, which will be, in this case, Space Stone. First card to deal with, attached to Thanos. Right, he has the Master of the Stones. When Thanos activates, put the top card of the Infinity Stone deck into play. At the end of this activation, discard Thanos. Right, or discard Masters of the Stones. Instead, discarding Thanos would be nice. And then we got Tribute. The Black Order worship death and demand tribute from those they conquer. When defeated, deal the player who defeated this scheme a face-down encounter card. Okay, and now we're on to the hero phase of turn 13. I might be able to do it here, right? If I can play, Oh my god, I actually might be able to win here. Right, so I'm going to recover for 3. I'm going to flip over. I'm going to use the Magneto's cape to look for a magnetic card. Excellent. This exhaust readies me. Oh my god, I think I have it. If I do metal shards with Master of Magnetism and the missile, that's going to do 7 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I take damage for that. And then I do exactly the same thing again using energy and magnetic bubble to play metal shards to do 7 more damage. Taking an additional 1 for the retaliate. I think we've done it. Oh my god, I did not see that coming. Alright, that is just... Like, I'm shaking here. That was just too good. I know I've probably made mistakes in that, so if you've picked them up, just let me know. Outside of that, guys, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and do you know what? Hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Take care, and bye-bye.